Exactly. Into retirement is kind of time to prioritize yourself a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. To prioritize things that you've always wanted to do when you weren't able to do it, when you had a 9 to 5, so to speak, and you had a job that actually told you what you had to do with your time. Now you are the master of your time if you're intentional about it. And you can say, I'd like to allocate this type of time to this fun activity, to this hobby, or otherwise your time just ends up getting filled up with other things, or even worse, you end up having a kind of a stagnant lifestyle. And the people that sit around and kind of watch TV or play on social media and don't do a lot, Stephen, we find become the least healthy, the least healthy mentally. A lot of times they become more negative and things like that when we're just sitting around and watching the news, and your time just gets filled up with kind of doing nothing. That's one of the worst things that you actually can do in retirement. So you want to start looking at what's some fun that I've always wanted to do. I just talked to a client that she always wanted to learn another language, but was so busy when she was working, she never had time. And so, how cool is it? She's in her late 60s and she's learning another language, and she's already conversational in Spanish, and she plans on learning Italian next. And what's cool is she's doing very, very well learning Spanish. And then they plan on going to Spain next year when she's conversational in Spanish to be able to use her Spanish when she's traveling. And then as she feels like she's conversational, then she's going to add Italian. And obviously, the following year, they plan on going to Italy. And I thought that's a really cool idea. She's always wanted to learn a language, and just an example of what you can do. So you want to prioritize fun. It's okay. You worked all these years. You hopefully have some free time, or at least some time that you can allocate towards something that you get enjoyment